$48 silver. Yes, we're hearing people talk about $48 silver, but do you need a big warning? Us, the average retail, well, not just so average, but let's say normal retail silver investor, I've got some interesting news that I got from a high-level executive at a bullion company regarding what goes on when we have these price spikes in silver. But we're going to talk about the silver and gold price. Guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me. I'll put out a new video every day for you for the rest of my life. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll find out every time I put out a new piece of content, and it will always relate to silver and gold. And don't forget, right? We've been through some rough times together, folks. We're going to be going through some good times together as well. Remember that old show? Gosh, as I said that when I was a kid, I used to watch a show called Good Times. We're going to have it. That'll be our new theme song. As inflation comes down, that means the Fed doesn't have to be so hawkish. Nonetheless, that lower than expected inflation, that means, hey, we're not so worried about the Fed continuing aggressively. Look, here's what's going to happen. We got the lag effect of all the past, and the economy is slowing. I'm talking to some high-level people that are talking about retail sales, the reality, right? Not the figures we get from our government that says, oh, everything's great. Joe Biden's working his economic miracle. No, the reality is the economy is slowing right now, and it's only going to continue to slow, right? And the last thing they're going to want to do when they start to see this compounding slowing is to raise rates even more. And when it becomes more generally accepted by the sheeple, right? You're not a sheeple. You like to dig in, right? You're a silver and gold enthusiast like me. We look at the big picture, the real story, the real facts. But when the sheeple people start to wake up and it's like, oh, maybe the Fed's done. Maybe they're going to pivot. Guess what? We're going to have even more support under the silver and gold price. And look, we need to remember this. I've said this all along. We are still within striking distance of new all-time highs with gold. Okay? And gold is the granddaddy of the precious metals. Look, we love silver. Probably more of you stack silver than gold. If you're looking to buy gold, silver, or platinum, do yourself a favor and check out Pimbex, the online precious metals bullion dealer and sponsor of Ron's Basement. I was a happy customer before they offered to support the channel. You'll find they have the best prices, quality, and service. I think Pimbex is best, and you will too. And be sure to tell them that you're from Ron's Basement. I got something groundbreaking that I'm going to share with you, okay? And I ran this by a couple CEO level people that are in the mining sector, and they agreed with me. So that means, hey, you know, they're geniuses as well, or maybe not. Nonetheless, gold is within striking distance to all-time highs, okay? When gold gets above $2,100, this is my next prediction, and I know this one will come true. I know it. Once we get gold in that 2,100, 2,200 range, guys, which we've been fighting for seems like decades, years, months, whatever. Once gold gets to 2,200, the trip to 26, 2,800 is going to happen in a flash, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because at that point, the sentiment has been so horrible for gold, right? We love it, right? We live in a little echo chamber, right? Welcome to Ron's Basement. I hope you like this echo chamber. I hope you come back. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Nonetheless, everybody else out there, the other 99.3% of people don't give two toots about gold. People like my mom and dad, who I love dearly, right? My neighbors, who most of which I like pretty well, or really well, almost all of them exclusively. Nonetheless, they don't care. They don't care. It's not on the Today Show. Susie sits upstairs and watches that darn Today Show. The only time they ever mention gold is, well, the Wagner Group, those dirty Russians, they've taken over gold mines in Africa. Gold, you know, gold's painted in a bad light. Silver never gets mentioned, okay? When gold breaks out above 2,100, 2,200, a couple big things are going to happen. Number one, Sentiment is so low. Like if we had to measure it on an A to F scale, I'd give it an F, a fail, right? If sentiment just goes to a D minus or a C level, there's going to be so much more money coming into the sector, but it even gets better. And don't forget, that means rocket ship prices for silver as well. But if sentiment is so bad, everybody hates it so much. If just the Wall Street Journal runs a story, maybe even CNBC, right? Maybe they even talk about gold. People start paying attention a little bit. Sentiment just gets a little better, okay? More money coming in, but there's another bonus kicker, and that is once gold gets to 2,100, 2,200, there's very little overhead resistance. And I want you to think about this. Look, I'm not a big techie guy, but I'm going to make it real simple for you. Basically, once gold gets to an all-time high, there's nobody waiting there saying, well, I bought gold at 2,400, and once it gets there again, I'm going to sell it. Or I bought gold at 2,300. Once it gets there, I'm going to sell it. Right now, and gold has been, and silver have been fighting an unbelievable fight, like in the $23, $25 range for silver, $1,900 range for gold, right? But there's a lot of people who probably said, oh, I bought gold at 1980, or I bought gold at 1,950, or I bought gold at 2,000 when I thought the world was ending. As soon as it gets back there, I'm going to sell. We got to work through those people, and we've already worked through a lot of them because we've been in this range for a long time. So once we get above in the new all-time high territory, and people start paying a little attention to gold, and all this relates to silver as well, a little bit of attention to gold, and we get that new money coming in, and there's nobody out there saying, I want to sell if it gets to 2,300, or I want to, it could, I'm telling you, the trip from 2,100, 2,200 to 2,600, 2,800 could happen really quick. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I know what it's like to invest in silver and gold, but guys, a lot of you are making a big, big mistake when it comes to buying silver. Because what happens in the silver market is this. And I've heard Rick Rule talk about it. CoinShop Chris talked about it. Guys, when the price of silver goes down, you know what a lot of people do? And maybe it's you. And don't beat yourself up. And I'm not putting you down because any silver is probably good silver at this point. But the price of silver goes down. When the price of silver went down from 26 to 22, you know what a lot of people did? They didn't buy anything. Sales at the coin shop, sales at the bullion retailers collapsed, right? Here it is on sale, whatever, 15% lower, right? The price goes down and people don't buy, okay? Or they sell, they cash out, they get, when things are on sale, that's the time to buy. And one way that you can eliminate all this emotion involved in when you should buy, sell, whatever, set a darn schedule for yourself. There's one of two ways. Set a darn schedule. Like, hey, I'm going to buy gold. I'm going to buy silver. I'm going to buy platinum once a month, every month on the 5th of the month. Or I'm going to buy every 3 months on the first day of each quarter, January 1st, whatever that would be, April 1st, July 1st, and October 1st? Yeah, October 1st, right? You eliminate this emotion. You dollar cost average in. Now, if you want to be tricky, well, then what you do is you buy when the price is down, but you've got to be the master of your emotions. Because when the price is down, like it was 2 weeks ago, you're not going to feel fine. You're going to be like, oh, nobody likes silver. Silver's unpopular. Maybe they're right. Maybe it is just a industrial metal that there's no way they're ever going to be able to supply all the industrial demand. But nonetheless, right? You can try that, like buy when down, either dollar cost average or buy when down. And look, maybe people buying right now today are going to be okay. I'm not, I don't have a crystal ball, right? We could have $45 silver, $48 silver, right? $48 silver, that could be possible within 6 months or a year. So people buying today could come out smelling like roses. But what I'm saying is, to help avoid some frustration, either dollar cost average in or do the opposite of what your emotions are telling you, right? You know, when you really feel like you don't want to buy it, when it's really been beat up, and even the silver bugs are, you know, nobody's watching Ron's basement videos. Nobody cares about silver. That's the time to buy. All right, guys. Thank you. Yes, you for joining me today. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.